Hello, y'all. I know I look like crap, but I'm about to get my hair cut and all my shit, but I don't even care. Those of y'all that watch my shit, y'all know I don't give a fuck. So, I'm gonna answer some of y'all questions because I got a lot of questions on the video that is entitled My First Day of Drill in the Army Reserves. So instead of me writing all these comments, which I think I already did already, I'm going to explain to you in detail the experiences that I've had in both the active Army and the Army Reserves since I haven't been in the reserves that long. I just um, started the reserves in March. So, yeah, I have the little YouTube page up, so I have to go look at the questions that people asked. Hold on a second. First person asked me how was basic training. Dondry McLean asked that. Don't kill me if I mispronounce your name because it's probably gonna happen. But yeah, Dondre McLean asked me how was basic training. Uh, I didn't go to basic training when I was in the reserves. I don't know if it was because I was prior service with, or I was just getting out of the active, Army active, why I didn't go to basic training, but they didn't allow me to go to basic training when I went in the reserves. The only thing that they do is when I first got there, the first 2 days was like basically kind of like orientation. They give me a concept of what I would be doing or idea of what I would be doing. They were showing me around where I'd be working, uh, which they still don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. They think I'm supposed to be doing the mail now, which I've done before. I ain't tell them that, but I've done it before. So they want to send me to Wisconsin, I think, on the 12th of this month, so I can go and get my little postal card. But yeah, they just let you familiarize you with the area. They show you the motor pool. They show you how to service the vehicles if you don't know how to do it. They tell you to prepare yourself for a PT test because you'll be having a PT test. They probably most likely will not give you one when you first go there, but the next time when you report to drill, or the following month when you report to drill, they will give you a PT test, and the PT test is the same like the active duty PT tests. They require the same information. So that is the answer for that. If you want to know how basic training for active goes, um, when we first, I have to remember, it was like in 2006, but I think what they did was first they took me to a building and they gave us like a whole bunch of clothes to pick out. Like we had to pick out our PTs and our boots and our ACU size and all that stuff. And then once we did that, we went to, I think that was reception. We went to another building and it had bunk beds in it, and we slept there for the night. And then the next morning we woke up, they loaded us onto a bus and we had to we had a bag of clothes, I believe it was, and we had to put it on our lap, and we had to have our face down like this in the praying position, I call it, a prisoner of war position. And we had to have our face down like this, and we had to look at our bag at all times. It was a drill sergeant that was on there, and she was making sure everybody's head was in the bag and they could not see, and we could not look out um, at our surroundings, like on the bus. We could not look out the window or nothing like that. We had to stay like that with our head down. Now, when I freaking got out of basic, I realized why that was. It was because the place that they was gonna take us was about like 15 minutes around the corner, and they didn't want us to see or whatever. But then she was like, "Welcome to Hell, boys." She was on like what, five or so. She was like little Kim height. But she was like, "Welcome to Hell, boys." She had a little drill sergeant hat on, and then they rushed us off the bus or whatever, and they told us to stand on certain points. We stood on the certain points, and then they had us. I guess they had bags or something with our names. He told us something, and then we ran, and we had to stand behind our bag. We got our bags, we went upstairs, and then it just started. And they teach you basic drill, movements like how to march, right flank, left flank, column right, rear, all that stuff. And the most important thing that your drill, your I think it's probably apply wherever you go, But I know back then, if you was going to Fort Leonard Wood to go to basic, God help you, because that's where they have the prison and all that stuff, and they was real hardcore over there back then. But which is where my sister went to basic training. So she had the damn, if you watch Full Metal Jacket, she had that damn experience. I didn't have that experience. And I think it changed like over time where like they can't even yell at you like they used to. They can't freaking really touch you or nothing like that. So it's a cakewalk. It's real easy. You're gonna actually have fun when you go there. You probably won't think that it's fun while you're going through it, but after you, it's something that you would never forget. Trust me, you will always remember it. You will never forget key points. And you'll love it. But at the same time, it depends on the person because if you carry yourself with like respect and you have like a worth ethic and you volunteer for shit and they see that you want to try and you're a team player and you like helping people and you help your team out, like you don't do stuff like if you're doing like an event and say, I'm trying to think, say it's a group of people and you're supposed to be getting to point A and you just run off to point A by yourself and leave your team behind so you won or whatever. If you just focus on your team and even though you're winning, you go back and you help each person individually so that way you all could get to point A as a unit, as one, and then you celebrate, people will look at that and they will notice that and you'll get recommendation and all kinds of stuff like that. It's just stuff like that because at the end of the day, they just want to see that you can work good on a team and you're a team player. So that way, when we're deployed, you don't do the same thing. You don't just think about yourself. You think about your unit or your platoon, your section as a whole, and you're a team. And you want to bring back everybody in your unit, your section, and your team as a whole back home safely. So you will have fun, to make a long story short, which is already long, but you will have fun in basic. All you have to do is make sure you listen to your drill instructors and you pay attention to detail and you work as a team. Sums up that question. Okay, the next question. Let me see. Okay, this one is by Cuddy566. It says, how would I go about the process of asking to be switched to a different unit that isn't deploying? I was going to talk to the NG recruiter this coming week. I heard it was hard to get switched and I don't want to go active. Well, not yet, at least. So if you have not signed any paperwork, Cuddy566, if you have not signed any paperwork, you're good. You don't have nothing to worry about. Just tell the recruiter that you would like to be placed with a unit that is non-deployable, that is not deploying before you enroll. He will do his research. And when he does his research and he like prints up the contract, you look at that damn contract. This is the one time, because everybody always, when you buy in shit and they give you that long list of fucking, and it has like the damn, what is that shit? Like I don't know what the hell it's called, but it has that damn long list and you just flip it and sign. And don't do that shit at this point in time because basically you signing your life away. So if you have to sit there and you have to read that whole damn, how many pages it is, and before you sign some shit, do that. Read what the fuck you signing. Don't just skim through it and fucking sign your name. Because you're looking to make sure that it says that you will be with a non-deployable unit for however long or whatever that y'all discuss or whatever. But if you ain't signed for nothing, then you good. If you sign for some shit, relook at what you signed and make sure it says that. If it doesn't, I can't help you. Because that's one thing. Don't just sign for anything without without looking at what the fuck you signing for, because they will get your ass, and they always try to get your ass. They might take you to Red Lobster or some shit and sugarcoat the shit, but I don't sugarcoat shit. They is trying to get your ass. So make sure you read what the fuck you sign. That's Cody, and you will be good. They might say, oh, it's no place like that or whatever around. But if you have transportation, it just depends on you. If you want to travel and go someplace, like, you could go outside. Maybe you just look inside of your state. Maybe you need to look outside of your. It's someplace like that somewhere. It's not like they don't exist. It's someplace like that somewhere. So you need to tell him. It's up to you though. Maybe you don't want to travel. Go to someplace out of your state, but you just need to tell him you need to look like outside of a 50-mile, 100-mile radius or whatever for a place that does not deploy, and you'll be good. So that's you. Okay. Uh, Sean Long. Now this gave me. I was pissed off about this comment. It says, "Don't join the army if you are soft, especially if you are going combat arms. You won't make it." That is a friggin' lie. And I know because I was with a damn infantry unit for the first well, no, it wasn't the first. It was the second and third year of my enlistment. I was with a combat infantry unit, okay, that specialized in freaking combat arms. I deployed with them, okay, and I did all that stuff. And I'm gay, and people say that I'm soft, but I have more heart and I have more balls than a lot of people who claim that they are not soft. And it's good because that I was there because I was able to help other people out that were struggling with, like, who had suicidal tendencies, who would not make it. They would always come to me and talk about their problems, and I would help them out. All right, because like I said, when you deploy, you are a team, you are a family. Like, I still have friends in Korea in my first deployment. I still have good friends in Korea that I talk to. I only talk to them on Facebook, but I talk to them frequently because they're like my family. I call them my second family. But my military family and my regular family. My military family is my second family. So yeah, just because you are soft or whatever does not mean nothing. Like I said, the army is changing. Okay, it's already changed because when I came in 2006, it has changed a lot, and it's only been changing even more. Like, they don't act, don't tell thing. It's changing. All right, don't let your you might be soft. Don't let that determine if you want to get in or get not or get out or whatever. Because guess what? You might be soft, but I bet your ass could fucking fire a fucking 50 cal downrange. I bet you could fire your M16 or your M4 or your M9 if you're an officer, what have you. I bet you could fire that shit at the damn enemy if you're even though you're fucking soft. I bet you could save somebody's life even if you're fucking soft. I've saved somebody's life, all right? They didn't give me no damn Purple Heart though, or no damn award for the shit, but I saved somebody's life who almost got fucking crushed to death because of a stupid Korean backing the damn truck up on his ass. And I had to fucking stay with his ass and make sure that his lungs wasn't punctured and his ribs wasn't broken until the fucking aid came to his rescue. So, if I was not there though, it would have been bad because he would have died that day. But yeah, don't let that determine. Do not let that determine whether you want to go into the military. All right, I was actually gonna go into the Marines. Whatever. It is just that the Army fucking decided to scoop my ass up first before the fucking Marines. So I went to the Navy, I went to the Air Force, I went to the Army, and I went to the Marines. And I was like, I don't even care which branch I go in. I just want to get in the military, period. Whichever one called me first is where I'm fucking going. And the Army called me first, so. But I should have waited for the Air Force because of education. And I could have probably got my degree while if I was in the Air Force because they're more lenient towards that. In the Army, they really don't. They're trying now, but I really don't think that they care if you have a degree or not. Just as long as when they deploy, you can fire some shit down the range. People might have problems with me saying that, but it is what it is. All right, next question. Mm, I answered that question already. I answered that. Okay, so that's it. That is it. That's all my little question answers. I love you guys. Deuces! And bye bye.